guys? Welcome to Affleck Time at Night After Dark. I don't know, whatever. I've been watching a specific podcast, right? And they're debating or whatever. I didn't even get to the side that I agreed on this debate, but there's a guy, and he was draft prospect grader guy for the Jets for many years. Don't know what years. Let me bring up some things first of all before I even get into my main topic. If you were the Jets prospect picker for a while, other than Darrelle Revis, and this is no offense to the Jets at all, just a whole lot of bums over there. Whole lot of bums. Sorry. I know maybe you just told them like who to maybe pick and then they didn't pick them. Again, I don't really know the job credentials of this guy. But anyway, fast forward, right? And I'm frustrated with the Anthony Richardson hate all of a sudden. And this isn't just from him, right? He did stuff for the Jets. It's not hate from him. He's an outsider. He hasn't seen training camp like I have, right? He has the thing to be like, oh, he doesn't want to throw deep balls, right? Even though he threw a dot to Josh Downs while getting sacked by Aaron Donald, right? While getting, hit. And I remember mentioning weeks before, back during training camp, that he had that play to Downs where I saw it and he was getting sacked and he threw it, right? And then he does that play later. So practice made it into perfection. And then to think that Anthony Richardson's been injured all this time and he hasn't been working. And also, somehow that you can't become better with your completion percentage and all that. Guys, I'm going to go on an island because I do that for some reason. I went out on an island with Caleb Williams, really. Even though everybody still thinks he's number one pick, but nobody really believes in him because he's diva or whatever, right? I'm going to go out on an island. And this isn't because the type of guy he is. People are going to think, oh, Luke, you like Anthony Richardson because the type of guy he is. Caleb Williams is an a-hole, right? He's a bad person to people or whatever, right? All this, whatever you want to say, shenanigans to me. AR is completely different. But what both of them are is playmakers, leaders, and ballers. These guys are going to make plays, okay? AR relies on his athleticism. Let's talk about that, okay? So, first of all, and again, this is no offense to the Jets. Name me all the Jets Pro Bowl Hall of Famers, right? Okay, you got to go back to Super Bowl III, right? You got to go way, way back. The Colts, meanwhile, have a very good history of quarterbacks from Unitas back in Baltimore. Harbaugh wasn't even bad right when they came to Indy, to Peyton, to Luck, right? Although Luck was ruined, AR has it in him. I watched Shane Steichen the other day, and again, I think you have to watch interviews and take bits and pieces, and this is why I believe these things. And I didn't even think I was going to make a Colts Anthony Richardson video for a while. I didn't want to. I've had these thoughts, but I see more and more Colts fans and more people, and I just got off of social media a couple days ago, so I'd have to stop seeing this stupid stuff. Shout out to all the Colts social media pages, though. Y'all are great if you ever see this, okay? Especially Colts Cove, Colts Militia, all that, right? Okay. And this is in direct relationship to JDW's talk show. Look him up, guys. He had a debate between the Bring the Juice pod leader guy, which I think I've seen a few clips from him. He's pretty cool. And then this guy named Daniel Kelly, I think. Could count his last name wrong. He's the guy with the Jets, right? And again, I'm not questioning you or what you did with the Jets at all. I'm just saying, did you dig deeper than just watching tape, right? Because you keep mentioning, or kept mentioning throughout the thing, tape, and oh, I know he's a good guy. Okay, listen to coaches. Okay, Shane sees something in him. Sees something really, really good. And Shane brought the best out of Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts went down like that, right? Anthony Richardson is just as physically capable, if not more, than Jalen Hurts was. And I think Shane sees more in AR. You gotta listen to these people. You gotta watch the training camps and understand training camp ain't the real game. Don't right? Okay. And then being a winner, right? All those games that were won early in the year, other than the Ravens one, which was won by Zach Moss in the running game, were won by AR. AR single-handedly got 45 rushing yards, 2 rushing touchdowns against the Texans defense, and beat them early on in the year. That's actually what set off Stroud to go and be amazing. But people wanted to forget about that AR game. A lot of people forget about that. In a quarter and a half, he scored 14 points, 45 rushing yards. And he was like, I think 2 for 4, right? Which is 50%. But then again, he only got to attempt like 4 passes. If he's not playing full games, his percentages are going to look worse when he's 2 for 4 versus you give him time to heat up. Guys, players can get better. I know this is going to blow your mind. It's going to blow many of your minds. And if I die on this island, I die on this island. But Anthony Richardson is not only going to be the Colts quarterback next year, he's going to be comeback player of the year. And he's going to shock a lot of fans. And listen, I get why you're defending your take, Daniel. I've been there before when I've been wrong. Heck, there's a guy I like named Flemno Raps on YouTube, and he thought Mike Evans is going to be a bust. No reason to, right? Mike Evans, oh wait, but Mike Evans had Johnny Manziel, so a lot of people thought Johnny was the main guy. Right, so when Mike Evans came out, Flemlo didn't talk about Mike good at all. He talked bad about him, and he kept talking bad, until eventually he was like, oh my goodness, Mike Evans has like 8 or 9 straight 1,000-yard receiving seasons, right? So I don't blame you. With what's on film right now, Anthony Richardson is not a good quarterback. I agree with you. He's not. Yet. Was Jordan Love a good quarterback going into year 2? What is he now? Okay. Cool. Was Patrick Mahomes? Let's talk about Patrick Mahomes' amazing rookie season, right? Where he went in for 1 game and played really good, but he sat behind. I think people are not realizing that injury was maybe the best thing to ever happen to him because he got to sat behind Minshew. He got to see the process. He got to feel away from it. And I know with things in my life, when I'm away from something, it makes me want it more. Anthony Richardson's going to want it more. I can't wait for training camp. I'm going to make training camp videos, reviewing everything, all of that. And we are going to go on that journey together, guys, to watch AR become his greatest, fullest self. We're going to be streaming the games this year, all of that. Because not only do I believe in AR, but I know AR believes in AR. Shane Steichen believes in AR. And the Colts as a team believe in him. You should just see the way they talk about him. You don't talk about a guy who doesn't really have potential that way. For example, look at how people talk about Daniel Jones, when he was early on, right? But then go and look at how they talk about Josh Allen after his very bad rookie year before Stephon Diggs, right? Remember that? Right? They talked very positively. But there was nothing on film that said that. If you look at early Josh Allen, there was really stuff on film that said, dude, this guy's he was 3-14 or something, 3-13, I think, his 16-game season. Again, give a guy time. He will get there. Anthony Richardson is going to be good to maybe even great. That's my bold take, hot take, whatever. I don't even think it's that hot. I will die on this island. Thanks for watching. Affleck time is out of here.